For as long as I can remember, animals have been the center of my universe. They're my best friends when I don't have friends. They're what I fill my free time with. And growing up, my family loved chaos. So even though there were 6 of us, we were never without a whole smorgasbord of animals. We had dogs and cats, but we also had hamsters and guinea pigs, a hedgehog once, some hermit crabs, horses. And so it was never really a question in my mind whether animals would be a part of my eventual career. I was really, really sure of it. There was a time when I was about 6 years old, and I was sitting in the living room, and I heard a scream from outside. And I ran out the back door of our house, and I found my mom shrieking at our Labrador Retriever. Our dog had found a rabbit's nest and was feasting on the babies she had found inside. And so by the time I got there, my mom had pulled the dog off, but there was not a survivor of the bunch. And so as I'm standing there, a kindergartner in shock, my mom says to me, "Are you sure you want to be a vet?" She has a way with words, my mom. But I was still really sure, and so as I went through high school, again, I leaned on the animals, especially my horses, the whole way through. And so I decided that my senior year of high school, I wasn't going to go to school. I was going to virtual school, and I was going to work with horses full time, and this was going to set me up. I was still going to go to college, and I was still going to go to vet school, but I was going to work with horses full time under an Olympic equestrian. And that was great, until the day that my best friend's horse broke his leg while she was on him, and I stood with her while her horse was put to sleep. And the vet said to me, "Are you sure you want to be a vet?" I was still pretty sure. And so the next year when I started college, I went in as a pre-vet major. And in the first year, you have to take a functional anatomy course. And this has a lab component. So every week I would trek down. I went to the University of Delaware, and the ag campus isn't super far, but you do have to take a bus down to the ag campus. So every week I would go down to the ag campus for this anatomy lab. And we started out with like the normal things that you expect to be, cutting into. So there's the cat that's in formaldehyde, and that felt okay. That was fine. At one point I did a horse's hock joint, and I had to present that to the class. That one felt okay as well, surprisingly. And we did the classic frog and worm at the beginning just to get into dissecting. But then there came a day. One thing about Delaware is that chickens far outnumber humans within the state. And at the University of Delaware, they have their own farm. So come the end of the semester, we had chicken day. And we were so fortunate to have freshly slaughtered chickens to dissect. So I went in with my dissection partner, and we cut open our bird, and how lucky were we? Our chicken's heart was still beating. So I finished the lab, and I finished the semester, and I opened up the course book, and I emailed my advisor, and I changed my major, and I am now a trust and estates attorney. Thank you.